All right, this is the PC that I'm going to be installing my Home Assistant operating system on. This is not a very high-end PC. This is like a mid-range to low-spec PC. Right on the screen are the minimum requirements. You want to make sure that you meet at least the minimum requirements. Anything better will do. You're also going to need a USB. This is a 16 gig Kingston USB drive. You can use basically anything. I think the minimum is going to be 8 gigs. We're going to be installing Ubuntu on this USB drive so we can run it live on this PC, and from there we'll be able to install the Home Assistant operating system directly onto the hard drive. So let's go ahead and get started.
We're at the Ubuntu page. I'll make sure I link this in the description, and this is where you can download the image file from. This is for Ubuntu 24.04.4. This is the long-term support version. We're going to go ahead and download this image file and make sure it's saved on our PC, and we'll jump over to the next step. The tool that we're going to use to get started is going to be called Balena Etcher. We're going to go ahead and download it. Because I'm on a Windows PC, I'm going to be downloading the Windows installer. It's going to download onto my computer. It's done. We'll click on it to open it up, and here we go. So what we want to do is we want to burn the image of the Ubuntu operating system on here. It already has my USB drive selected. I'm going to select the flash from file option, and here is my image file. I'm going to go ahead and select that and click on open. So we have our image file, we have the drive selected, and we just have to click on flash. You might get a prompt, just say yes to the prompt. And now it's going to begin flashing our image on the USB drive. Anything that you had on the USB drive will be erased, so make sure there's nothing important. And we'll go ahead and jump over to the next step. Okay, the flash is now complete. You can go ahead and eject your drive and install the Ubuntu operating system on whichever PC you'd like.
All right, and so I'm going to boot up this PC, and I want to go straight into the BIOS. So for me, it's F10. All right, so inside my BIOS, I'm going to go into the advanced section, and then we have boot options. Going to be selecting boot options, and you want to make sure that UEFI is enabled, so that's automatically selected. We're also going to go into the secure boot configurations, and we don't want anything enabled in here. We want secure boot disabled right now, which we have that right now. So that is selected, it's disabled. So we're just going to save and exit, and I'm going to save changes. I have the boot menu up, and I have my USB selected. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on my keyboard, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so we have the options right over here. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be selecting the first option right over here called try or install Ubuntu. And I do have my internet connection in here. So we do have Ethernet. So this PC is connected to the internet. You want to make sure that you have that selected, and we'll go ahead and continue here. And we're just going to let it boot up. It might take a few minutes while that takes place. And we're at the welcome screen where you typically install it, but what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be using try Ubuntu. All right, and we're at the live Ubuntu. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my browser right over here, which is Firefox. And we're going to navigate to the Home Assistant download page. All right, and this is the page that we're going to head to. I'll make sure I link this in the description. This is going to allow us to download the image file. Okay, and on this page, we're going to scroll all the way down. It's going to give us some BIOS configurations, but then we have the link to download the image file, which is right over here. I'll also make sure I link this in the description. We're going to click on it, and we're going to download the image file. The image file is, this one's saying it's about 566 megs. We're going to let that download, and then we'll open it up. All right, so the download is now complete. We're going to go into the folder, and here is the image file. And now we're just going to go over into the menu, and we're going to look for the Disks app. So we're going to be looking for the Disks app. Okay, and here it is. We're going to select it. All right, so we have our drive in here, and it is selected. We're going to click on this menu button up here at the top, and we're going to go do Restore Disk Image. Okay, and we downloaded the image, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select it from my Downloads folder, select it, and we'll click on Open. Okay, and once you have it selected, then you can click on Start Restoring. So we'll go ahead and select that. So any existing data on this drive is going to be lost. I don't really have anything important, but so if you have anything important on your drive, anything existing will get lost. Make sure you know that before you click on this Restore button. All right, so it's going to go ahead and it's going to restore this now. It'll take a couple of minutes. I'll jump over to the next step. All right, so it's now complete. This is the way it looks. And what we're going to do is we're going to close out of this and shut down the PC. So I'm just going to close out of this window. We go up to the power option, and we're going to power down, power off, Okay, so it's safe to remove the USB drive, which I'm going to do right now. All right, that's out. Okay, so the PC is now off. Let's go ahead and power it on. The USB drive has been taken out. Perfect. So this is exactly where we want it to be. We've completed the installation of the operating system on the PC. We can just leave this computer as is. What we can do now is we can access it using URLs on any other PC on the same network. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and log in through a PC.
So I'm on my desktop PC, which is on the same network. I'm going to go up here to the address bar, and I'm going to be putting this address in. So it's homeassistant.local, and the port is 8123. Going to go ahead and hit enter. And here we go. So my Home Assistant PC is now a server on my network. I can connect it to any PC that's on the same network. From here, you can go ahead and now create your smart home. You can create a username and password and proceed from here. We've installed Home Assistant operating system on a PC. If you thought this video was useful, I'm going to be creating more guides on how to configure and set up Home Assistant. So subscribe for more. Smash the like button if you thought this was useful. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.